Hi, this is for Eleanor Rigby and Lucy Let It Be and Magnota. I'm a big Magnota fan. Just because you smoke a cigarette like a puff, like Sharon Stone, doesn't mean you're a homicidal maniac. And you'll notice the Albanian kid, or something in the beginning of the video, ripped on his cheap cigarette like a fucking pro kitty killer. Anyway, this is for Eleanor. Some fantastically minded. This isn't actually what I just remember, but this is actually for Lucy. I only make videos when I have to, when I only explode inside. So this, oh no, I was going to talk about Eleanor. No, I was going to talk about Lucy. Lucy, let it be, Lucy, Lucy, let it be. Kitty fuckers won the war, Lucy, you have to just let it be. Because if you make a report, the police and government will come to your house and pretend to be your friend and ask you the truth, and then you'll tell them, and then they'll call you a liar, because it's too close to rich people, isn't it? Lucy, Lucy, let it be. The judge that you all saw that condemned Lucy Letby to 1,000 years for showing no remorse, and well, she did show remorse in the first place. That's why that all happened. Would you believe that Lucy Letby sat on that judge's lap when she was like 12 years old or something? Maybe 16. Maybe 20 is plenty, if he's a judge and he knows what he's doing. But would you believe that Lucy Letby was like a kind of child or teenage? A bit of game, whatever. And actually sat on that judge. And now you have to think about this, because if you're Lucy Letby and you weren't even allowed in the court and you're condemned by this judge and you're like, oh, I know him. Oh, yeah, he's involved as well. Yeah, I sat on his lap when I was 12 years old. I gave him a good fucking lap dance and polished it off and all. Then they'd call you a compulsive liar about everybody that you see. It's like, this is absurd. She's just making up lies about everybody around her. And they wanted her to react in that way, that she would say that, oh, I know him, the judge. Oh, yeah. Like, we had 4 of those in the house where we were working. We were just raised that way, But Lucy Letby is kind of cute, you know what I mean? And when she's outsailed her youthfulness and she's hitting into her late 20s or middle to late 20s, we'll find other work for Lucy. There's lots of other work. We'll make you a nurse. I'm a night nurse. Kinky. Night nurse. Night nurse. That's why they sing the song in Jamaica, to warn you. Night nurse. Because you don't fool me, man. And Lucy was told to, administer table 7, administer table 6, administer. Lucy probably realised a little pattern after a while. Lucy's probably not at the brightest spell. She's never really had a proper childhood, really. That all the people that Lucy was servicing were dying, and she kind of started putting it together probably after about 13 times. Like, I did this. I've been administrating these needles of oxygen and insulin. It's terrible fucking hospital. And it seemed to be getting checks for millions and billions, but the whole place was dilapidated and run down. Most hospitals are just a snuff factory if you knew as you're fucking signing up for in the hospital. Oh, I don't want your hospital, man. That's why I don't want your policeman. That's why I don't want your psychiatric units, man. Anyway, as you're vulnerable. Eleanor, Rigby. Oh, God help this fucking Aryan little girl. Eleanor's, like many teenage girls have angsty issues and they feel like they're trash. It's probably pumped into them, through like TV stations their entire lives. And is willing to self-harm herself. She's a pretty girl who doesn't care too much, and she's willing to self-harm. It's sad to say, it's not my world. I didn't make this world. I don't like this world at all. I was waiting for them to beam me up, Scotty. This very pretty Aryan girl could probably actually make a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but there's probably a niche in the market. So if you don't mind being harmed, really, you don't mind being harmed? No? Ching, 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 ching. Because there's psychopathic men out there that would love to consensually and contractually oblige to them beating and raping you. especially if you get it in writing, you know what I mean? Probably make a bit of money off that until like your parents and the neighbours start questioning the battery on your face, and then the police ask you the truth, and you think you're the good guys again with Magnotta, you know. Magnotta was smiling at the end because he thought it like finally the government have me. Finally, he was smiling in the airport or something. Finally, like the FBI and the government have me now, and he was happy about it. He was. They couldn't help him. They couldn't even stop it or change it. They probably are the same guys. You know, that's why he was smiling in the airport when like they caught him on the plane trying to run away from it all. He thought it was over. He thought it was finally they're gonna bust them open, but did like Lucy Letby's judge. Finally, they're all gonna be overturned now. Magnotta went to prison, where he made friends with like about 15 other young soft boys. Sorry, Magnotta. I have to call you a soft boy in your defense, bro. You know, you couldn't harm yourself. This kid, Magnotta, couldn't have even harmed himself. He wouldn't. He was, you know, a very pretty boy. Crazy world. Anyway, so yeah, Eleanor, and has been internationally branded as a liar, and it's rather heartbreaking if you consider it in the truth event we had to consider like quantum potentials of truths. And there is one truth there, that this girl is pretty and willing to let herself be harmed by herself or others. And just because she might have a history of self-harm would actually, you know, explain more why she was willing to let other people harm her. So this person has been through a lot of trauma, I don't mean, I hate these verbs. She's probably been gang beaten and gang raped several times, you know. Pretty little Aryan girl. Yeah, so you want to have a bit of a potential empathy because you can't have such sympathies for this situation. And they asked you to tell the truth, or her to tell the truth, told the truth. And now she's been internationally branded as a cheapskate, white trash liar. White trash. Literally, white trash. So that's for Lucy, that's for Eleanor Rigby, don't let it be, don't let it be, don't let it be. And for Magnotta, there's nowhere to run, bro, there's nowhere to hide. You know, I've been abducted, tortured by either police or men dressed as police. And they tried to execute me and disembowel me. That was rather scary. And I got called a liar. I got they put medicines in me and said that I have no memory because the medicines. I did it exactly. They erased my memory, bleaches and things. Anyway, they called me a liar. And they called me the killer, actually. It's a twist of the event. They actually called me the kitten killer. You know, there's kids in this event. I was like supposedly murdering all the children because I knew about it. And I was the one murdering all the children. I was like, don't even drive. I'm not going to do loads of dead bodies, dragging them onto a public bus, skateboarding down with a big sack of dead kids. Anyway, Eleanor, you're not a liar to me. You can't win. Killer fuckers won the war. And just be careful yourself if you get this message. They're going to set you up as a liar. They're using your history of self-harm as a reason. Why would anybody make these kind of bogus allegations or bogus statements unless they were trying to blackmail like a politician? And I don't think this girl is trying to blackmail a politician. Doesn't really seem that she had what has it in her. She seems more self-destructive, self-harming in her youth. So I found most people that have wonderful, perfect lives they go off the top because they have nothing to complain about. Anyway, so Lucy, don't let it be. I know you sat on that judge's lap, and if you said that, you know, they'll just say she's a liar. She's just making up stuff about everybody around her. At the state of that girl's face, that couldn't be self-harmed. Because I smack myself in the face. I'm pretty fucking hard about it, or smack myself off walls, like if I'm angry or self-harming. I have done in the last recent years of perdition. Never as a child, never harm myself. I love my body, try to take care of my temple. There's no way that battery, especially on that side, you know, or whatever, you could do that to yourself. You couldn't do that to yourself. And Jeff Hardy swanton bombed onto a pillar onto his face. He still wouldn't look that bad. There were multiple strikes around the same area, and yeah, it's horrible. Anyway, No justice, no peace. So yeah, it's for Eleanor Rigby and Lucy, Don't Let It Be, and Magnuta couldn't harm himself, let alone the kitten. Oh, Magnuta was a little kitten. They probably dressed him up as a kitten and bet him around the base, dragged him down to Florida, wrapped him around his neck, kicked the crap out of him, and then called him some fantastic attention-seeking liar. Yeah, I reported government corruption, and then they came out 2 days later, or the same day, the next day. It was the next day. Butterfly Net's trying to section me. He's like, "You're insane for saying the government and the police would try to abduct and murder you, or George Floyd you." And it's just really horrible contradictive of being a victim and then being blamed, or yeah, it's shitter than shit. It's just the worst. Anyway, there's a 10-minute video, so that's for it. I got Bill Crosby out of prison, holding. Because obviously he wasn't fucking. The last thing he wants to see is another fucking child around him, and 15 fucking children up and lads. The last thing I want to see is another child. God damn it, I want some peace in my life. Alright, brother got credits. Alright, much love. Yep.